At 36, Miss Kim is a successful career woman. She's worked both in South Korea and abroad, and as she gets older, she and her husband have begun to think about the family's future. Miss Kim wants to keep her options open, so she's decided to freeze her eggs.
I don't think I have any friends who said, I want a baby immediately after getting married. Expectedly, I'm also this way. In my early 30s, I didn't have any anxieties about not being able to have kids. But now that I'm in my mid-30s, it's a bit uncertain.
Ms. Kim is no exception. More South Korean women are either choosing to remain single or delaying getting married and having children. It's indicative of a drastic social shift that is happening in South Korea.
Many women are seeking cryopreservation, not for medical reasons, but what we call social freezing. It's the realities they face, such as getting married late, interrupting their careers, or the cost of child-rearing.
Census data released by South Korea showed deaths outnumber births for the first time last year. The trend is rooted in an economic downturn that has disproportionately impacted South Korea's young adults. But experts say it's also attributed to the country's high gender inequality.
Cryopreservation is gaining popularity here, partly because it affords women to get pregnant on their own terms and timeline, if ever. But gender discrimination in the workplace is hurting South Korea's birth rate, as it makes career success and motherhood largely incompatible in the country, according to the OECD.
Over the last decade, South Korea has spent more than $130 billion encouraging families to have children. But many argue none of the measures have helped working mothers. Women's groups accuse the government of viewing females as baby-making machines. South Korea ranks in the bottom third for gender equality, according to the World Economic Forum, and has the largest gender pay gap among advanced economies.
Anyone who has worked hard in their careers can't just give it up. And unless you have a big money-making husband who has a high-paying annual salary, you have to also work. South Korea has to make it so that women can work. That way, the birth rate will go up.
It's unclear to what extent the coronavirus pandemic has exacerbated the population crisis. There's been a sharp decline in marriages, which is fueling concern that the birth rate could further shrink this year. However, analysts warn that if South Korea does not pursue more systemic changes, South Korean women may choose to keep their eggs on ice for good. Joseph Kim, TRT World, Seongnam, South Korea.